Hey there everybody, welcome back to the 4-String Strum of the channel. It's all about ukuleles. So it's been a crazy busy week this week with Christmas, etc. going on, but got to do another video here to see us through till the end of the year. So we're going to do a fancy old tune called All I Ever Need Is You. And if you're old like I am, you'll remember Sonny and Cher singing this one on their very own variety show. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's have a look at the chords first of all. Starts in C and it goes like this. Sometimes when I'm down and all E7 alone. We're going to go to A minor. I feel just like a child without a C7 home. Up to F. Love you give keeps me hanging. C on. Honey, A minor. D7. All I ever need is G7. Now we go to the next part, C. Kind of the same. You're my first love, you're my E7 last. Up to A minor. You're my future, you're my C7 past. F. Loving you is all I see, ask. A minor. D7. All I G7 need is you, up to C. Now there's a bridge part, and the bridge goes like this. Winters come, F. Winters come and the G7 go, F. And we watch the melting E minor snow, F. Sure as summer follows spring, C. All the A minor things you do. Give me F, a reason to build my world, D minor around you, G7. And then it just goes back to the way that we played the first part there. All right, let's talk about some strumming. All right, so in this one, you'll see us using the paintbrush a lot. Sometimes when I'm down and all alone. So again, just getting started, we're hitting that top string with our thumb, brushing down with our finger, just like that. And I get this question quite often is, you know, you hit the top string with your thumb, and when you brush, do you brush all the strings, or you just brush the first three? Doesn't really matter that much. I probably do the first three more, but doesn't really matter. Sometimes when I'm down and all alone. Now you can start to throw in some sledgehammer if you want. So paintbrush, sledgehammer. So it's the same strum basically. You're just giving an extra little flick at the end. Sometimes when I'm down and all alone. Hear it? Feel like a child without a home. It just adds a little bit of spice to it, as we say. All right. Now you can also do a finger drag every once in a while. And finger drag is just like, again, paintbrush. Paintbrush is like our foundation strum, right? Everything builds from that. So finger drag is just, you do the paint part and then you do a little flick up with your finger. So it's top string, bottom string, and then you brush. So it's finger drag. Like that. So sometimes when I'm down and all alone. Hear it? Feel just like a child without a home. Then you can throw some sledgehammer in too. So again, there's nothing that's carved in stone. Those would be your basic strums that we'd use for that one. So you got paintbrush, you've got your sledgehammer, and you got your finger drag. So whatever you're most comfortable using, throw them in there. All right, let's talk about how we can start to pull some of this melody out a little bit too. So this one's kind of nice. It's not too fancy. It's just some hammer-ons really is what we're going to be using to get that sound to come out. You'll also hear when I did that, you'll hear a little bit of a beat, and I'm doing kind of what I call a clogging strum. And what that is when I do my paintbrush, I'm coming down on the top of the instrument. So it helps me to get a little bit of rhythm in too. Hear it? So you can play with that as well. All right, so let's take a look. So we're going to start off with our C. Sometimes. So we want to highlight that second string here. So when you start your strum, whether it's a paintbrush or whatever you're going to use, start with your thumb on the second string instead of up here on the fourth string. Sometimes when I'm down. And when you get to down, you're going to hammer on here at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Then you lift it. And when you go to sometimes when I'm down and all alone. And when you change to your E7, you're going to focus on that 3rd string. You're going to stay, for the most part, on that 3rd string. I feel just like a child. And all you're going to do is add on your 3rd finger here at the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. Hammer it up. And then you go to the 2nd string. And then it's 2nd string open, and then 2nd string at the 1st fret. Then you lift it open on the 2nd string. Then you go to your C7. Now if you want, there's a couple things you can do here. You can, if you really want to make that note ring out, that C7, you can actually put your 3rd finger here at the 3rd fret on the 4th string, and they're both the same note. Okay, it kind of makes it a little bit extra ringy on that one note. Or you can go child without a home. You go to the the C7. And you just kind of hammer on and off at the 3rd fret, so like you're playing a C chord again. Then you're gonna highlight that 3rd string again when you go up to the F. Love you keep me hanging on. And when you go to on and you're playing your C, you want that G string ringing. When you go to honey, it's honey. So it's your 4th string, honey. That's your 3rd string open. And then you stay on that 3rd string. All I ever need is G7. And when you do you on the G7, you want that 3rd string. And you just basically do the same thing again. And that's basically the instrumental part, just to help drag it out a bit. Now again, as always, you'll see when I'm singing this, I'll add little bits and pieces of that in, a few little hammer-ons here and there, but I generally don't do the whole instrumental add-ons and all the embellishments while I'm singing. All right, we'll take a little instrumental break as part of it. All right, let's play the song through. So I play this song in C. Now, some of you might find this a little bit low for singing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a little trick that makes it really easy to transpose these chords. If you see this song in C, what you can do is you can look this song up and just say, give me the baritone chords for this. And what it'll do is it'll change it to it'll be the same key. So if you play this in C on a baritone, if you use those finger patterns that they use for baritone, what it's going to do is it's going to change it to be in F. All right, so watch. This is the same as if you played in guitar. So when I read this, the chords for this, I'm thinking now that I'm playing guitar chords, but just with the 4 strings, if that makes sense. So instead of it being, sometimes when I'm down and all alone, I feel just like a child without a home. It would be like this. Sometimes when I'm down and all alone, I feel just like a child without a home. The love you give me keeps me hanging on, honey. All I ever need is you. See how it works? So all it does is it just slides all of the chords up a little bit. And for baritone, guys, you can do it the opposite way. So that if it's written in C and you want to play it that way, then you just play it as if you're playing a standard ukulele, and it'll just transpose all the chords for you and give you a different key that you can sing it in. All right? Well, sometimes when I'm down and all alone, I feel just like a child without a home. The love you give keeps me hanging on, honey. All I ever need is you. You're my first love, you're my last. You're my future, you're my past. Loving you is all I ask, honey. All I ever need is you. Winter's come and they go, snow. Sure, summer, fall, or spring, all the things you do give me reason to build my world around you. Some men follow rainbows, I'm told. Some men search for silver, some for gold. I found my treasure in your soul, honey. All I ever need is you. Without love, I'd never find a way through the ups and downs of every single day. Till you say, honey, all I ever need is you. I won't sleep at night until you say, honey, all I ever need is you. All right, guys, this is the last video for 2025. Man, it seemed to go by just like that. I love getting all your comments, etc., guys, so please just keep that coming. The support to me is awesome. I really appreciate them. It kind of makes it all worthwhile for me, if you know what I'm saying. When I hear back all the successes that you're having, maybe the little struggles, questions obviously are always welcome also. You know, moving into 2026, you know, everybody does their goal thing and everything. But, you know, I think what we should be doing is really figuring out what is it that you want to get out of your ukulele playing. And let's set us up sort of a step-by-step program, maybe for the first quarter of the year. And I think that if we really stay on track with it, you are going to see massive, massive changes in your ukulele playing. All right, so stay tuned because I'm going to be putting together some videos on kind of, sorting out what your goals are for your playing for this year and a good path to get you there. All right, folks, that's it for now. And until we see you next time, keep smiling, keep strumming, have fun, and we'll see you in 2026. All right? Enjoy one of these videos in the meantime. Bye for now.